Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. We've made our pilot now in the previous episode, and we're headed into the game proper. We're from the Free Worlds League, our family is from the Free Worlds League, but they were betrayed and murdered. And now all we have to our name is a history of being a soldier and a really big mech that actually is probably incredibly valuable. So we're kind of rich. But anyway, let's go fight some guys. Yep, that was a good intro. Well done, SB. I just got an achievement. That's, High Lord Tamati Arano II is dead. The Oregon Reach is left at an uncertain crossroads. Once prosperous, it is now a kingdom in decline, surrounded by powerful neighbors. Lord Santiago Espinoza, brother-in-law to the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving Council of Founding Houses must be dissolved. His proposed directive would conscript their house guard and centralize power under a single throne. However, the High Lord's heir, the noble Lady Kamea Arano, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming it into an authoritarian state. She refuses to enact her uncle's directive, and has rebuked his vehement pleas to reconsider. On the morning of Lady Arano's ascension to the throne, her loyal captain of the guard Raju Mastiff Montgomery makes preparations to escort her safely to the coronation procession that awaits in Cordia City. I hope there's more voice acting, not that I can't read all the text, but, you know. Alright, Coronation Day. Here's where everything goes horribly wrong, I assume, otherwise there's not much of a plot. Okay, well, I was expecting it to go, you know, a lot of games, they mask the load behind the cinematics. That's the purpose of the cinematic. Maybe it was masking the load, and it's just gonna take a while to load. Here we go. Good fill. I am a professional, so we're preparing for combat. Game's sort of tipping its hand here a little bit. Obviously, we had guessed, but ballistic weapons recoil when fired and are harder to aim in subsequent shots. So yeah, there are ballistic weapons, but there are also lasers. Lasers, I guess, have no recoil, but heat management, I know, is a big part of the game, and I assume that laser weapons generate a considerable amount of heat when you fire them. Alright.
Command interface initiated.
Oh, we got a little bit of control tutorial. I guess that's fair. Rotates. This is us, huh? Okay, Belle. I had the Espinoza refit yards rush the repairs on your Blackjack. Looks like it's all in one piece, but we should run some diagnostics on it just to be sure. Standard field tests, you know the drill. Yeah, I've played a tutorial before. More importantly, though, I want to tell you more about the job I brought you out here to do. Now, do me a favor and get that battle mech moving. Let's see if there are any kinks in the actuators. That sounds like it would be bad. Alright, click on me.
I'll come right out and say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
I'm shocked. Alright, move my mouse to the indicated point. Click once to select where it's okay. Left click to plan and then confirm. Why is half of it voice acted? That's pretty weird, right? That they wouldn't. It's weird that it's not all or nothing. I brought you here because there's something wrong in the capital. It's been too quiet since High Lord Tamati's funeral, and I'm worried about Lady Kamea's safety during her coronation procession. Anyway, looks like your actuators check out. Let's conduct a weapons test. Target one of those burnt-out old urban mechs and open fire.
Like I was saying, I can't prove anything. But my gut tells me something's off. And a warrior trusts their instincts.
Okay. This is cool, the over-the-shoulder thing. I can't remember if Mech War was a true line-of-sight game. I think it probably was. Alright, click fire when ready, yeah. There seems to be no difference between these. Fire.
All weapons committed.
Wow. That seems excessive. I guess I had to test each of the weapons.
Destroyed.
Good shot. Your guns are in working order, at least. I've been training Lady Arano since she was 14 years old. She can be naive at times, and proud, but I have no doubt that she'll be a just and effective ruler. It's on us to see her safely to Cordia City. I'll rest easier once she's in the capital with her cousin Victoria by her side. Okay, that's Victoria Espinosa. Now that name means something to me. Lady Victoria, well, she's only been training under me for a single season, but she's already shaped herself into one of the strongest mech warriors I've ever seen. Reminds me a lot of you, truth be told. Anyway, we should run a check on your targeting computer. See that drone over there, the one moving through the tree line? Put some hurt on it for me, and then when it turns, take it out with a rear angle shot. After it's down, we'll keep moving.
Kameya's like a daughter to me, and her late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend.
Okay. Select me. Select the target. Are we going to see... Okay, he's got cover. Yeah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. 25% damage reduction. So him being in cover doesn't reduce our chance to hit, it just reduces the damage we deal if we do hit. Forest reduces movement and spotting distance, provides cover. Yeah, line of sight's going to be a big deal, is my understanding, so we have to care about things like forests blocking line of sight and like hiding behind terrain. It does not... The forest does not provide damage reduction against attacks to the rear. That's interesting. Melee attacks do double damage to vehicles.
All weapons committed.
That really was not a lot of damage.
Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kameya since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Okay, so we can see if this shot hits, it will hit the rear quadrant. What else do we have on here? Okay, I have a lot of lasers. We can see our hit percentages with each weapon over here. Okay, AC2, and AC stands for autocannon. Alright. We're learning. We have a lot of buttons that are not yet available to us. I guess I should probably finish the tutorial before trying to play with the systems too much. Alright, shoot stuff in the rear. It's usually less armored in the rear.
Enemy unit destroyed.
I get the message. Nice shot. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with Oregon politics, but the Reach was badly shaken by High Lord Tamati's death. It needs a smooth transfer of power, and Kameya belongs on the Cormorant throne. As much as anybody does. Go ahead and fire up your jump jets, kid. I want to see you descend this cliff face. Aim for that patch of ground there near the edge of the lake. Okay, so here we have our jump button. Gaining evasive charges based on distance, +2 difficulty to hit this unit with ranged attacks per evasive charge. Okay, so the amount of distance you move during your turn determines how hard you are to hit on enemy turns. It's a very, like, sort of Shadowrun concept, although I guess it's probably in a lot of games now. Oh, and I have to determine facing when I land. Well, we should probably be facing all these potential enemies.
Engaging jump jets. Enemy detected.
Heat critical.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Yeah, hey, liquid cooling. I don't suppose we could just, like, build some better coolant systems into the mech, or no? Alright. Plasma leak detected. Oh boy. This sounds like a serious problem. Oh, for the love of all the gods. This is what I get for insisting on a rush job. Not that I had much of a choice. The Espinosa refit yards were backlogged like you wouldn't believe. It looked like they were trying to process every single Royal Guard mech in time for the coronation. They probably were, right? There isn't any time to get your jets replaced, so we're gonna have to make do without them. Go ahead and take down that mech with a melee attack. I want to be sure nothing else is gonna break down on your blackjack before we take it out on the Cormorant Road. Okay, I don't have, like, arms, though? If I'm gonna go all real steel on somebody, I should have, like, arms with fists, right? Alright, click the melee attack reticle on the enemy, or press V to cycle through... Okay, you'll just cycle through all the available melee targets. Using piloting skill to hit instead of gunnery. Ignores evasive. Hit removes guarded, deals damage, and stability damage. Am I just gonna, like, charge him?
Engaging
Yeah.
physical attack.
Good hit. At least that's solid. Alright, one last test. I want you to take your blackjack up to a sprint and evade my attack. Please don't shoot at me.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
Right, but we already know that this thing is screwed up. Please don't shoot at me. Okay, so these... The white dots represent my available movement range. Each evasive charge makes you harder to hit. Okay, let's sprint over here.
Full throttle.
So this is my number of evasive charges, then? And each time you get shot at, you lose one, so you can overwhelm a mech that's being evasive by just really hammering it with fire? Okay. This is all stuff that we'll need to know eventually, I'm sure. Congratulations, Belle. Your blackjack's as combat-ready as it can be, given the circumstances. For what it's worth, I hope that my suspicions turn out to be unfounded, and we end the day having a good laugh about what a paranoid old man I've become. But if not, then I know that you'll be ready. Yeah, probably. I feel ready-ish. I feel about 40% of the way to ready, I guess. Alright, it's time to move out. Lady Arano is waiting for us at the mech bay.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
Her voice sounds very familiar to me. I can't quite place it, but I wonder if she is a voice actress that I would be familiar with. Okay, so you have to actually toggle it into sprint mode to get the full sprint movement range. You can't just click further. Again, it's all stuff that I need to know how to control it, so we may as well fiddle with it now. Belle, allow me to introduce Kamea Arano, the soon-to-be High Lady of the Oregon Coalition. Is Lady Victoria on this channel? For the time being. My father has summoned me to the Picton docks. I have a fleet inspection and a tour of the family refit yards to preside over before the coronation. Behold, the responsibilities of a noble daughter. A fount of tedium that never runs dry. Listen, Lady Victoria, it could be worse. I know the feeling, cousin. By this time tomorrow, I'll be responsible for the entire Reach. Give my best to your father, and don't be late for the tourney. The gambling dens are already taking bets on how long it'll take me to cripple that customized monstrosity you pilot. That seems dangerous, right? Having the new leader engage it. Like, even if it's a friendly competition, just the forces involved in two mechs going at each other seems like a way things could go horribly wrong. Bold words, cousin, but the only victory they'll be celebrating is mine. You may be ascending the throne today, but my Kaga is more than a match for the family heirloom that you call a battle mech, and in the arena, I reign supreme. We'll see, cousin, we'll see. At any rate, I'll see you at the tourney grounds. Sir Raju, I'm ready to go when you are. Overland, along the Cormorant Road, as is the Arano tradition. Aye, Kamea, we'll get you there in one piece. Belle, fall in behind me. And remember what I told you. Right, they can't record any dialogue where you might have to say my call sign. I guess that makes sense.
Mission successful.
You know, they could just fudge it. They could make it so that he just skips. The voice actor doesn't say the call sign. It's just a blank spot in the VO. I've seen games do that. Mission successful. I tried really hard there. Can I get an achievement for that one too? No? Flamers, small lasers, and machine guns automatically fire after melee attacks. Oh, that's cool. Also, flame weapons are really interesting in a setting where you're trying not to generate heat. Just intentionally overheating somebody by focusing them with fire.
I remember the Oregon Reach of old, the time of the Great Expansion. I was just a boy then. Proudly we went forth, bringing the light of our coalition to so many systems. And for what? To see our great kingdom slowly waste away? Year after year, the Council deliberates while our economy falters, and the wolves bay at every door, while covetous neighbors plot against us. Well, I say, it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Arano will not act, someone must. I know what I'm asking of you. You will face former comrades, or even loved ones, on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations, for the Directorate!
A certain type of leader is obsessed with returning to the past. My experience has been that time doesn't generally work that way. Boy, they're gonna blow up like a whole big civilized area. If I'm understanding what's going on in that cinematic correctly. I mean, it's one thing to just attack us on the way to deliver Lady Arano. It's quite another thing to drop a bunch of war mechs into a populated city. I guess they don't want it. They don't want it to be unclear at all who's supposed to be the bad guy in this story. Systems with no permanent population won't have items for sale, but they will have contracts available. Yeah, boy. My understanding is that this is going to be kind of a sprawling experience. There's going to be sort of a lot of game here. So things like going to other systems and taking on contracts, like... This might be a long series. I hope you all enjoy. By the way, I should say right now, this series is going to post an episode every weekday. That's the plan. But over the next couple of days, there will probably be a couple of extra episodes. I usually like to rush out a few right at the beginning of a series. So in case you're really digging the game, you have more stuff to dig into. Try to angle your attack to take advantage of your enemy's vulnerable armor locations. It's probably broadly going to be the case that that hitting people in the back is good, but I'm going to have to learn a lot about mech designs probably over the course of this game, because probably it's the case that some mechs are more armored on like the right than the left, or we can take advantage of knowledge, which means I'm going to have to acquire some.
Command interface initiated.
I'm going to miss this, Raju. Yeah, I suspect you will. The clarity of purpose that I feel in the cockpit of a battle mech. Nope, never mind. You're going to get real used to that. The simplicity of it. But there they are, just up ahead. The city gates and my future, all laid out before me. Wait, what's that smoke? A guard post. One of the small ones that dot the roads leading into the capital. But the emergency band's been quiet all morning. I haven't heard anything about any fire.
This is damned odd, and I don't like it. Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
Okay, so outside of combat, we can just move our units around as we please. Shouldn't we have noticed the enemies dropping in? Like, that drop from space onto that city should have been visible from quite a distance, I would imagine.
On my way.
Let's try to stay pretty much together. I don't want this combat to start with us all spread out. Uh-oh. Maybe that may have been exactly what happened here. Some sort of explosion. Looks recent, too. Do you think it was an accident? No chance. You see those scorch marks on the rubble? That's laser fire. We need to get you out of here, Kamea, right now. Yes, I think you're right. There's a patrol of Royal Guard mechs up ahead. We should go to them.
Whatever's
Well, I mean...
here, I won't let it derail your coronation. Your people need you.
They're just standing here, near the site of the stuff.
I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
I'm a little worried about how close they are to whatever weird thing is happening.
Acknowledged. I'm moving.
So I don't have to put myself into sprint mode to get sprint movement here. Maybe I don't in battle either, and it just wasn't letting me move my mouse out to the full range of movement because it was the tutorial or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Very, very dramatic XCOM style. If you have your final unit run, it does an over-the-shoulder thing. So can we... Well, I'm going to try something here. Can my units move through friendlies, or is this... Okay. I can block my own units with my movement, if I'm not careful.
Got your back.
A thing to keep in mind for the future.
Location confirmed.
I should probably get some kind of feel for, like, the formations that I want to be set up in. I don't really know anything about these mechs right now, though. Like, loadouts and stuff. Medium lasers, LRMs, long-range missile launchers. Okay, so he's a little bit more of a long-range unit. AC-10. Is that just, like, a lot better than my autocannons? 25 damage, 5 stability, 1 accuracy, 5 heat, range extreme.
How can I help?
This has dramatically more damage, but the range is listed as long. And this is a heavy autocannon, whereas mine's a sniper. So the lower numbers are, like... It's not that AC-2 is worse than AC-10, it's just different applications.
Yes, I hear you.
Alright, we're learning. It's going to take me a while, but I will get this figured out. Obviously, they want us to move into that area. I want to have everybody pretty much together, though, when we do that.
Roger.
My suspicion is the first mech we move into this is not actually going to set it off, but just in case, let's make sure everybody else is nearby when the first mech moves into it. Try not to block the road.
Affirmative.
Oh, okay. I was kind of guessing that it was going to wait till we had all 3 of our units in the area before starting things up. Hail, Mastiff! Hail, Lady Arano! We were preparing for Lady Arano's coronation parade when we got word of a disturbance along the Cormorant Road. A guard post behind us was attacked. Sir Raju found evidence of laser fire. Is the road behind you clear? Aye, all the way to the southern gate. Lead the way, Sir Raju. We'll fall in behind you and guard your 6. Sinister. I'm putting sinister in his voice because I don't trust him. Tell me something, guardsman. If the road is clear, why is your battle mech damaged? Our mechs are overdue for maintenance? But that isn't important right now. We need to worry about Lady Arano's safety. Now, my lady, if you'll come with us. Well, this is just insulting. They didn't even really try here. No, you're lying to us. It's my coronation day. No mech tech would have sent you out for parade duty in that condition. I'm your sovereign, sir. You will tell me what happened here. Damn it, girl, we don't have time for this. Take them. Kill the old man and the mech warrior, but take Lady Arano alive. Seems like it would be tricky to take a person piloting a giant war mech alive. I guess you shoot at the legs and arms a lot.
Get behind us.
You didn't train me to cower, Raju. You trained me to fight.
Safely disengaged.
Going right for her. Alright, so once combat has begun, different mechs move in different phases. I'm assuming this is the phase tracker up here. Lighter units generally move earlier than heavy ones. To reserve all units' actions to a later phase, there is a reserve button. Okay. No, I think we should probably go as early as we can. Okay, so here we have an indicator. Mastiff moves during phase 4, our other 2 move during phase 3. So we have a long-range missile launcher, and then we have this thing which would prefer us to be closer. Yeah, this is extreme range while this is long range. We'll get a better feel for what that actually means in terms of map distance. So attack, move, sprint, sensor lock. Select a target within sensor range to reveal it until the end of the current round and remove 2 of its evasive charges. But he does have 1. So if I select him, I can see his statuses. This unit has been kept in such poor condition that it barely holds together, carries only 25% of its normal armor. It is a light mech. He is a recruit. Okay, so this is how we target different body parts, maybe? Like, can I... Left arm. Yes, thank you. Good mouse over. Okay, no, this is actually useful information. So he has some SRMs, which I'm assuming are short-range missiles. And his heat sink is in his center. Ah, yeah. So you can see where he keeps the ammo. So ammo is probably vulnerable to cooking off if you hit it with heat weapons, or probably just with enough force. Alright. Let's move up to unattack. Let's get, I guess, right up on him and just really give him the... This thing says it's functional at long range. Maybe I should get into the trees. Let's do this. Move to here. I'll try to like have a little bit of forest cover. Oh, you can only turn a certain... I can't land here and then turn all the way around. So then I probably don't want to move there. Yeah, okay. This has a little tree symbol on it. I think I will have partial cover. The tutorial really didn't tell us that much. There's kind of a lot of stuff going on here that I'm not super clear on. So this is structure and armor. And can I fire just some of my guns, or do I always fire everything? Fire weapons at up to 3 separate targets within this mech's firing arc. Oh, well, we want to do this, probably. It is not making it clear to me what the difference is. Like, I'm sure multi-target has lower accuracy or something. There's got to be some trade-off, right? Yeah, alright. Multi-target. Let him have it. Okay, so I generated some heat. You saw the heat meter. Oh, he's just gonna punch me in the face.
My damned armor's busted.
Okay, so they moved already.
I'm listening.
What do you have? You have some medium lasers, a bunch of short-range missiles, 8x6... 3x6 stability, so I'm assuming higher stability values make it more likely to, like, knock over the enemy. Does more stability damage. And then I have a bunch of medium lasers. Okay.
Standing by.
What is short range? When this says this is a short range missile, range standard. I don't really have a good feel for standard range here. Let's try to keep her turn so that we can see stuff come down the road. I don't know if that's a real concern, but just in case it is, we can certainly target these guys while still looking down the road a bit. Alright, so I'm in multi-target mode. It didn't look like he actually fired at both targets. I'm in multi-target mode. I still have to indicate a specific target, it looks like. Well, this guy has less health. So he should be our primary target. We might be able to take him out of the fight a little faster.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, hey, we injured the pilot. Okay, that seems good. I need to learn how to call my shots a little bit. We could probably aim. Indicate this guy. I can't actually get the different body parts to select. Is there a button I need to press to go into proper aiming mode? This might be a thing that we will get filled in on. You know what? I guess just let him have it. It feels like I should shoot for the head, but I can't quite figure out how. So yeah, just let him have it. There may be yet more tutorial coming. Alright, so Mastiff's got another go before this thing goes. So we have a little bit of heat. I'm assuming if I, like, don't take an action, then my heat will go down. But obviously, in this situation, we want to just put this guy on his ass before anything bad happens. So do I want to just, like, punch him? Yeah, you use move to initiate a melee attack. You're not actually out of the fight. but I suspect you're not going to be terribly dangerous on your turn. Getting up is probably an expensive prospect. So, yeah, let's melee this guy. I'm going to be able to knock him down. I'm assuming that our lasers have a very, zero stability impact. This says 2x10, but the range was not good. The accuracy on these was not good at this range. Let's try punching him. It seems like... Okay, we destroyed one of his weapons, and yeah, we did knock him down. I would, at this point, surrender, if I were that. This seems like a pretty dire situation. Oh, no interest. Does kind of seem like they're just fleeing, or nope. Well, he's considerably less dangerous now that he only has the one arm. Okay, this guy has a turn yet, so we should probably focus on him. Because we can probably finish this guy off with Mastiff, right?
Tell me what you need.
Before he gets an actual action. So, I'm looking around here for controls. I would really like to... Reaching shot. Attacks with a single weapon, ignore cover and guard it on the target. Okay, this is a passive skill that she has. Mechs piloted by this mech warrior gain +1 initiative, and remove 1 bar of stability damage when reserving. That's pretty cool. So where's the... This is my stability meter then? If the damage is expressed in bars? Yeah, I still need some time to get acquainted with this UI. Well, shoot, just like... Okay. So maybe I'm only allowed to make a called shot when I'm... when they're down or something? Man. This is pretty bad odds. Wait, don't make a called shot. Just attack. I have no idea what I pressed to make the called shot in the face come off. Yeah, there you go. Incapacitated. That's a nice gentle word for the thing we just did to him. I want to try to get so that if Mastiff does have to take a shot at this thing, I'm not directly between him and the enemy. And then, yeah, let's have the guy. I can't imagine he survives this. Oh yeah, this side's all torn up too, so we're going to be dealing damage directly to the center, I would imagine.
Nice job, kid. One fewer hostile on the board.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Kamea! Kamea, can you hear me? Alexander, we were just attacked. The Royal Guard, my own guardsmen, tried to take me prisoner. It's happening here, too. The Royal Guard are killing one another in the halls. Lord Caroses's house guard just got gunned down in front of me. The tourney pavilion is a slaughterhouse. I won't let these seditionists, whoever they are, steal my birthright. We need to rally every loyalist we can find and make a push on the capital. I'll take the throne by force if I must. Go to Rotorua Township, to the armory. Your soldiers are using it as a rallying point. I heard Lord Decimus send his house guard there a few minutes ago. Someone's here. I have to move. Rally what forces you can and meet me at the tourney grounds. Be safe. Yeah, sure, what's safer than running around in a giant fighting robot loaded with explosives? You heard him, Mastiff. Rotorua Township. We'll go there, rally our fighters, and march on the southern gate with an army at our back. Maya, I know that you and Lord Madeira are friends, but we can't take what he told you on faith. Right now, we don't know who we can trust. I'm glad somebody said it. In this case, we do. Alexander has been my closest friend and confidant for as long as I can remember. His loyalty is beyond question. I trust him with my life. And yours. Now take me to the armory. I would appreciate it if you didn't trust other people with my life. As you command, my lady. I guess that's not really the situation we're in.
A guard. And I fear this is only the beginning. Follow me. Keep close and remember your training. Things are likely to get ugly between here and there.
Alright, try not to get too far apart and maybe, you know, use the terrain as cover as we continue to advance, because we're a little torn up right now and I don't really know what we're potentially facing. So I have this like super long range weapon.
We've got company.
Okay, I didn't actually see those. So this circle that we're seeing at the edge of this range, I guess is my sensor range. I'll have to be worried about my sensors and line of sight, and there's a lot of stuff going on here. There are a lot of systems at play. So I have these sniper autocannons, but then I have a bunch of lasers that are only effective at standard range. Yeah, let's
You've got my attention.
try to stay to the trees
Copy
here.
that. Oh,
And I guess I'm going to try to take my mech up onto the ridge a little bit. Although it looks like if I can get up here, I can maybe do some work with that autocannon. I have to imagine elevation is helpful, right? So we're in like proper combat order mode now. Remove unsteady, and this mech's turn gain guarded, a 50% damage reduction against ranged attacks from the front and side, and entrenched, 50% stability damage reduction. I don't really want to run forward. Oh, in fact, I can't. We were in combat mode at the start of his his move already. Yeah, so I guess just brace. Or we could use sensor lock to reveal a target. Let's do that. What is this? Sensor lock. Give me some intel. It is a small tank. Okay. A galleon. Alright, so we can see I have 2 moves here, they have 2 moves here, and then they have another 2 moves during 2.
I'm listening.
So Kamea really wants to be at pretty short range. Alright, yeah, and when we're in proper combat, I do have to actually toggle it into sprint mode in order to use the extra movement. I can't just move my mouse out of normal range. Well, shoot, I don't really know what to do with her. I have no idea what the effective range of this guy is. It looks like I'd be allowed to take a shot from here. She's in pretty good health. Maybe we could try to just overwhelm them? They're these tiny little tanks. They're probably not really that dangerous to us. Alright, so I'm assuming that these gradations here are the ranges. So probably like out to here is standard, and then this is long, and then this is extreme. Which means that our SRMs won't be optimally effective. Actually, well, we do have some LRMs on her. Yeah, alright. Let's see if we can...
Copy that.
It doesn't look like we'll have to do very much damage to this thing to take it out. Let's see if we can do something. We're seeing, yeah, pretty good accuracy on some of our weapons. Actually, not really terrible on anything.
I'll do what you ask.
A lot of wasted ammo there. I've got to be able to only fire with some of my
Another enemy
weapons.
casualty.
Because, right, there are situations like that where I probably should have been saving ammo. Okay, -1 evasion. I don't think that was a shot. I think he just, like, sensor locked her. So, let's go into sprint mode. I could get a shot from here. I'm wondering if it would be sensible to try to run up onto the ridge and just get a little flank going. I'm gonna try it. I'm going to attempt to employ tactics.
Full throttle.
Okay, pretty minor damage, but she's a little shaken. We need to be careful with Mastiff. He's a little messed up. Ooh. Alright, like artillery fire.
That was a glancing blow.
Orders?
I mean, I know it was a lot of explosives, but they didn't hit me very hard, so everything's fine. Alright, Mastiff, despite the fact that you're a little bit injured, I think we want you to lead. Alright, so we're in multi-target mode. Fire weapons at up to 3 separate targets within this fire arc. Like this guy and that guy, and we can't quite see him. Alright, so they're both selected as targets now, with the letters, I'm assuming.
All weapons are go. Damn you for making me do this, son. Damn you.
No, see, he only fired at the one still. And he killed the one with the first hit, so I would have expected, if there's any situation where that was going to work, I would have expected it to be that one. I'm clearly not totally grasping something. Between now and the next video, I will look some stuff up, see if I can figure out what's going on with the controls that I'm not getting. It's looking to me like our flanking maneuver may be unnecessary.
I'm on it.
Might get wrapped up before he even gets up there. Okay, so I lost some stability damage by moving. I've sort of reset myself. I guess normal attack mode, since we can't actually see that guy. I could use indirect fire, probably, with some weapons, but maybe not hers. Okay, so it seems like we'll, okay, yes, you can just turn individual weapons on and off. So I don't want to fire the lasers, because the lasers will definitely overheat us. And I honestly probably don't want to fire, like... There's no reason to fire the LRMs at this range. This guy has garbage structure and armor. Like, we probably only need to just... We'll fire 2 of the missiles. 2 95% chances to hit. With either one of them being lethal. That should be sufficient. We generate very little heat. Actually, it looks like we might lose some heat here.
Flagged a hostile vehicle.
I guess our heat sinks are able to bleed off more than we generated by doing that, which is neat. Okay, I guess just, yeah, run up here and be ready just in case these tanks aren't the only thing we have to deal with out here. And we're not picking anything else up in sensor range, but that doesn't mean there isn't anything else. Not necessarily. I'm digging the complexity of it, though, like trying to make sure you're using the right weapons for the situation. There's a little bit of a push your luck mechanic, right, in the trade-off between using all your weapons versus generating all that heat. There's good stuff happening here. Alright, well, you should be able to trivially handle this. Let's move forward a little bit, just get a little vision.
Aye, aye.
It sure does look like there's nothing else to worry about beyond this, though. Alright, we don't need to fire everything. The AC-10 is probably unnecessary, so 15 heat. I'm surprised that the lasers actually generate less heat than the autocannons. We don't need to waste missiles. Oh, see, this guy does have 99 armor. Okay, if I'm not mousing over a particular area, I see 99 of 99 armor. What does that mean? Because I would expect that there wouldn't be any overall armor value, right? Every hit is going to hit a piece, so the armor value of the pieces is all that matters, I would think. Anyway, it looks like hitting him in the front, we only need to deal about 25 damage. So we'll fire both of the lasers. This should be sufficient.
Roger that.
Yeah.
You were brave, I'll give you that much.
Eh.
Oh no. No, no. We're too late.
I would maybe not categorize what is happening here as bravery. I get what you were saying. He didn't back down. But in this situation, that seems more stupid than brave. I do think there's a difference. Kamea! Kamea, do you read me? It's Espinosa, your uncle. You hear me? House Espinosa is usurping the throne. Can't be. My uncle. Victoria, Yeah, just a moment ago you would have trusted your uncle with both of our lives, wouldn't you? I just want to make it clear to her that I'm not cool with her making all of the decisions. Kamea, I just watched an Espinosa battle mech plow through an alley full of civilians. This is happening, and it's happening now. What is the value of killing a bunch of civilians? I think they're going to be less likely to dig your rule in that case. Your loyalists have fallen back to the market district. That's where they're making their stand. What's left of the Royal Guard are doing their best, but there's something wrong with their battle mechs. Wait, what's that sound? Oh, gods!
Alexander!
Oh. Orbital bombardment. That apparently my computer's not handling super well. Another issue of heat management, potentially. Okay, so I guess we, how are we gonna get over there? How are we gonna get up into the city? I don't actually see the... I guess we go back to the road, maybe? Hold on, let's come around this way and try to group up a little bit. It's over, Kamea. Your ascendancy, the Arano legacy, all of it. Victoria, what have you done? You know, Kamea. For years, I loved you like a sister. But then my father helped me see it. Your family's complacency. What it's done to the Reach. Our nation dwindles like a dying star, and House Arano is to blame. My father offered you a path to glory. I'd have fought under your banner proudly, served as your strong right hand. It was like a knife in my heart when you turned him away. Wait, did that happen? Damn it, Victoria, I taught you better than this. You taught me lies. Kamea, for the love that I once bore you, I'm going to give you a chance to surrender. I'll even spare the old man and his mech warrior if you stand down now. I don't want to see you hurt, but you cannot be allowed to rule. I'll see you hanged for this, Victoria. You and your father both, do you hear me? You are traitors to the Reach, and I will fight you to the last. You truly are a fool. I'll spare you in spite of yourself, but you've cost your royal escort their lives. Yeah, come and get it. Come and murder me. I dare ya.
Attention,
That seems like a bad approach. Please don't murder me.
Victoria Espinosa. Lady Arano is to be apprehended and taken alive by my command. Fail to follow these instructions, and you will have me to deal with.
Okay, unfortunately I don't know enough about mechs to know what it means that we have a locust and a cicada and a spider here. I don't know, we'll shoot him. Here's my plan, I'm gonna shoot him. So am I gonna get partial cover from the fact that there's a building between me and them, or let's try some stuff out here. I am gonna get some cover from still being in the forest.
Confirmed.
Move up. Two of these guys are acting on force, so we need to try to deal some disabling damage to one of them as quickly as we can. It looks like they have about the same health, these two. No, the bars are similar length, but it's just showing me that they're full. So this guy's the soft target. Let's turn on all of the everything. This, I think, should be a strike as big as we can possibly put out. I'm not going to worry about trying to figure out how to multi-target. We want to focus damage. This thing needs to die. How did I accidentally do a called shot earlier? I didn't think that I clicked anything different. Hey, you know what? At this range, probably just hit him is all we're really going to be able to accomplish. I'm in cover. There's some stuff between me and them. I have way more health than they do. We're probably okay.
Giving him everything I've got.
Okay, yeah.
What a waste.
That works. One less thing to deal with. I don't like this. It wasn't much of a hit. And now he's put himself in pretty tight range, which is good for Kamea. Although he's fast, right? He moved a lot there. Well, let's keep myself in the trees. And I guess just give him everything. We'll fire the LRM too. It's probably going to miss at this range, but... I want to give him everything we got. Yeah, wow. The effect of those evasive charges is considerable. Well, we'll hit him with something, right? Probably.
Eliminating hostile. Inflicting heavy damage.
So we damaged quite a lot of his stuff there. I wonder how it determines what order people go in within a phase. Like, they have a pilot on 3 and we have a pilot on 3. So is there a stat that was checked to determine which one of us would go first, or... Alright, Bell. This thing's pretty fast. It will get the next turn, so I wanna have at it. I've got what looks like pretty clear line of sight. I guess Mastiff is maybe in a kind of an inconvenient position. But these big long-range autocannons, this should be good, right? Target moved +6, target size +2, height difference -1. So the plus is bad here. We want the shot modifier to be as low as possible. So yeah, we're getting a little bit of a bonus from being above him. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is a terribly complicated one. Just let him have it with everything we got. He's pretty lit up. This should do it if we can just hit with a couple of weapons.
All weapons committed.
Yeah, incapacitated.
Destroyed.
We really incapacitated the heck out of that guy.
Incoming transmission.
Attention, citizens of Coromadir 6. This is Lord Santiago Espinosa. With the unanimous support of the founding houses, I have assumed control of the Oregon Coalition. For your own protection, I urge you to remain calm and stay indoors until otherwise instructed. All hostile units, stand down, and you have my oath that you will not be harmed. Resist, and you will be fired upon.
Alright, so we probably want to do this a lot when we have the opportunity to.
His faith in that man. I gave him my trust. He was family.
This thing, where if a unit is moved, it's probably best to have someone run up and melee them to strip all of their evasive charges before shooting weapons at them. The tactic we'll probably use a lot. Okay, hold up. How did I do that? It's again, they're downed. It's maybe you get the choice of a called shot whenever they're downed. You can't just called shot. Okay, so if I were to fire right now, these are the percentages. I misinterpreted this UI the first time. I thought it was saying I would have a 33% chance to hit if I hit the body. What it's saying is when I normally fire, it's like 33% of the shots that hit center, and we can fiddle with things by calling the shot. But I don't know that it matters much. We're just trying to kill him, right? I guess, the different locations have different levels of armor. Yes, it does matter. This location has no armor left.
All weapons committed.
Can't really do that much damage. I didn't connect with as many of my weapons as I maybe should have. We should just step on him again, right? That seemed pretty effective last time.
Going hand to hand.
And it doesn't cost us any ammo? Yeah, I think we should probably try to do that when we can. Kamea, do you read me? How did you survive? Alexander, thank the gods. I thought I'd lost you when the bombs fell. You very nearly did. Kamea, the city is lost. We have to get off this planet, and we need to do it now. I can't abandon Coromadir. This is my home, my birthright. The battle's over, Kamea. Lord Madeira has the right of it. It's time for you to run. Escape from this madness and live to restore the Coalition another day. This is all probably feeling real familiar to Bell. You're both right. My uncle has won. The Reach is his. We will mourn for it later, the both of us. For now, you need to move. I have a dropship waiting at Shepherd's Pass. I'm on my way there right now. Hurry and meet me there, please. Things like this, dropship having capital letters, or the fact that every time they abbreviate mech it has an apostrophe in front of it, show you that a lot of this stuff was first conceptualized before these terms became common. We're on our way.
You get to that ship, Alexander. I mean it. We will not lose you and my throne on the same day.
You've been officially ordered to survive. Alright, destroy the Espinosa vehicles. All friendly units must survive. Okay, over here. Well, that doesn't seem like it should be too hard. Although, we're not going to have much of a shot. Like, terrain... I guess here I have pretty good cover.
Roger.
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure how the cover works. But yeah, there's stuff in front of me. You have vision? No, I can't. Yeah, I can't actually take a shot. Yeah, alright, just brace. There is no confirm on that. If I click the brace button, he immediately does it. So I need to be cautious about that. I guess Bella is kind of sticking out like a sore thumb here. Let's see what I can do. I got, yeah, I got a superior position. So we can move into this tree cover. You can see the, I don't know how clear this is going to be to everybody, but the covered spots are a little greener than the ones that aren't. I guess they also have a little lines around them. Yeah, we'll come down here facing this way. I should have a pretty easy shot, I think. I probably want to aim at the back one, because I think Kamea is more likely to be able to take this one. Yeah, let's just fire everything. This is a good engagement range for us.
All weapons committed.
Just trying to make sure, you know?
Enemy unit
Don't want anything
destroyed.
weird happening. And I'm not really in charge of our supplies just
Tell me what
yet.
you need.
At some point, we'll want to stop wasting ammo. But for now, I am regarding it as someone else's problem. So this will get us into standard range, which is what we want.
Sounds good. I'm moving.
Nice and close. And like I said, I'm just going to let him have it.
For the Oregon Reach.
Let's make sure they go down. Don't want to see like a weird sequence of 3 95% misses or anything.
Orders?
Okay, I mean, it looks pretty safe. Try to stay in the trees.
Roger that.
This is your last chance, cousin. Don't make me order your death. Do whatever you must, betrayer. A headstrong fool to the end. Damn you for this. Captain Haust, destroy them. Mastiff, my cousin, all of them. Leave no survivors.
As you command, my lady.
Okay, so now we have something. Yeah, alright. We have hostiles. We have some guns up here. And down here, a Wolverine. Well, I actually have range on that guy, right? No, I guess I don't. Never mind. It looks like he should be close enough to shoot. Okay, so some of that got eaten by the trees.
Lucky bastard. That was a solid hit.
Reading loud and clear.
The extremely grudging respect. Yeah, okay, it was a solid hit.
I'll do what you ask.
Try not to obliterate too many of those trees. We're trying to use those as cover. I'm assuming her range on this guy is non-ideal. Yeah, the LRMs are the only thing that can hit him. Now, this isn't awesome. The LRMs are basically guaranteed the hit, and he just took his action. You know what? Let's take this thing down.
Target confirmed.
I was expecting to do more damage than that.
Talk to me.
I guess I noticed that she was only going to fire with one weapon, but I didn't really think about what a small percentage of her overall damage, her damage that we have witnessed to this point, that one weapon is. Well, never mind. Let's focus on the mech then, I guess. I'm assuming it's... Oh, you know what? He can actually hit this thing with everything, though. It only has 74 armor and very little structure. Yeah, if he hits it with the AC-10, it's basically done for. No, alright. If it looks like we can actually take this thing out, let's do it.
Roger that.
Yeah, good. That AC-10 is a serious weapon. 60 damage is... I'm starting to have a better sense of what that means, the context of it. Oh, wow, that looked like a... Oh, he did a death from above. He jumped on me.
Tell me what you need.
It is real. I'm very excited about this. I think we just run up on this guy and let him have it, right? And let's do this so that he is just barely visible, so that I also have vision on the other thing. I don't think it matters that much. I guess determining facing, doing it this way means that that turret's hitting my left side instead of my back. That's important. And we just really let him have it. Just everything in. I will overheat if I do this. The LRMs aren't generating much heat. So these hit for 48 when they connect. If I turn off one of the lasers, we'll go under the overheat threshold. And it looks like we'll probably do enough... We are forecasted to do enough stability damage to put this guy down. He's already pretty screwed up from the landing. Yeah, I imagine those jump jets
Copy that.
landing on something after jumping up like that. Your mech's probably not really built in such a way that it can handle that. I don't know how it even would be. Again, we're just talking about a lot of force. So the pilot's injured. I should probably try to take this thing out. Right, that guy is under control. But I also want to be standing in such a place that I'm not completely exposed. In case he can get up and make an attack in the same move, you know. Okay, so it seems like we always get the called shot thing when they're down, and never when they're not down. I bet there's a way to make a called shot against a standing target. I just need to get better with the interface. So 150 total damage if everything hits.
All weapons committed.
All right.
Target destroyed.
I think this one's just about over.
You've got my attention.
All right. Finish him.
To hell with the weapons.
Yes, I hear you.
I was about to say stomping on people seems really effective, but I guess it didn't actually finish him. So, where can I see the status of the pilot? I don't really have access to that information. We've seen that the pilot has been injured twice. Yeah, I guess maybe you only get called shots against prone targets. Okay, well that's not getting back up. Okay, so I can see our pilots have health under their portraits. All right, I think we're in the clear now.
Fall in behind me.
Confirmed.
Get out of here before our escape craft gets bombarded from orbit.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Thank the gods you made it, Kamea. Captain Halverson's prepping the engines now. In another 5 minutes, we'll be ready to depart. 5 minutes? 5 minutes is a long time. Belle, you see Lady Arano to the docking ramp. When she's aboard, come back to me. We'll hold this pass against whatever comes.
Thank you,
Well,
Sir Raju.
I'm glad I have these nice long-range weapons.
I won't forget what you've done for me today. I promise you that.
Oh, she still has an action left.
Flushing heat.
Because I had not sprinted her. Okay, there. I managed the very difficult task of escorting her through the pass. All units advance. I want you to take down that dropship. Destroy everyone and everything that stands in your way. Alright, Belle. I trained you for this. Fight side by side. Watch each other's backs. Above all else, we will keep Lady Arano safe. Protect the dropship. It's all that matters. I feel like we're just kind of like up on this shelf outside of all the cover now. Oh no. Warning, engine heat critical. Shutdown initiated. Reactor offline, weapons offline. All the bad things, all of them are happening. Trouble with your blackjack, Belle? Shame. That's been happening to a lot of Royal Guard battle mechs lately. You have numbers on us and you've resorted to sabotage, and you're gloating about it? You've got no honor, you vicious little brat. Not you nor your backstabbing father. Shut your mouth, old man. My father is a great man, and I swear to all the gods you will suffer if you insult him again. And you're already gonna kill us. Your father is a coward and so are you. Belle, I want you to eject, now. Punch out. You're no good to anybody in a broken mech, and I won't let you die today. Eject, mech warrior, now. That's an order. Now, come for me, Victoria. Your teacher is waiting. Come and show me what you've learned.
Mission successful.
For a certain definition of successful, I guess. Well, I'd be lying if I said it was a completely original opening to a story, but it's got us on our way. Jumping on an enemy is highly effective, but will result in damage to the attacker's legs and a chance to fall. Yeah, it seems like a, not even a high-risk, high-reward sort of strategy, just a crazy, almost kamikaze thing to do. Uh-oh. Well, that seems like a problem. I really, really like the style of the cinematics in this game. Easy there, Mitch. You took a nasty crack on the head when you punched out. Don't worry, you're safe now. Yeah? How did that happen? How is it that is the case? My name is Darius Oliveira, and I'm the XO of Markham's Marauders. We're a mercenary outfit with ties to House Arano. We did some work for High Lord Tamati way back when. Wait, I know who this is. I guess we don't know this much about him. Tamati is remembered throughout the Reach as a kind and benevolent ruler. His key accomplishments include a military campaign against pirate activity on Fjolder, the expansion of social welfare on Coromodor 6, and the coalition-funded renovation of the Espinosa refit yards. Maybe, in hindsight, a bit of an error. Tamati and his wife, Lady Sara Arano, were tragically killed in a jump ship accident in 3022. They are survived by their daughter, Lady Kamea. Now, one wonders if it was an accident after all. I'd introduce you to Commander Markham, but he was on a supply run in the Market District when the bombs fell. He didn't make it. Well, if it wasn't for your company, I'd be dead too. That's probably true, but don't mention it. After seeing what happened to Markham, it didn't feel right leaving you in the hands of this new directorate. When we picked up your broadcast on the emergency band, we knew what we had to do. Were you able to... I should probably ask about Sir Raju, although I think I have a pretty good idea what happened. Did you find him? Well, we found his mech. It was completely cored out. Nobody survives a hit like that. What he's saying is they did not find a body. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. We supported the Royal Guard on a handful of deployments, and Sir Raju earned my respect many times over. His death is a loss for us all. Were you able to recover my blackjack? It's kind of all I have in the world, I think, so... Yeah, our mech tech hauled what's left of it into the mech bay. It isn't pretty, but if you give him enough time, Yang can fix just about anything. Try not to take the loss too hard. Yang said that your mech shows signs of deliberate sabotage. Whoever you had working on it really did a number on the reactor. Punching out was the right move. Yeah, I'm lucky it didn't just explode underneath me. So, what happens now? Well, things aren't looking so hot around here, what with the coup and all. House Espinosa's directorate is the new de facto government of the Oregon Reach. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Lady Arano is dead. Her dropship was destroyed on takeoff. It's all over the news. Well, we know, thanks to the framing device, that that is not the case. Then Mastiff died for nothing? He died doing his duty. From what I remember of the old man, that's exactly how he'd have wanted to go. Speaking of going, we're getting the hell out of Oregon territory. We're heading to a nice quiet stretch of independent space all the way across the frontier, on the Canopian border. That's the Magistracy? Yeah, okay. As for you, well, you've got options. According to your blood chit, you've got family out in the Free Worlds League. If you want, I could look into booking you transport on a freighter bound for Merrick Space. I can't make any promises, but I'm willing to try. My blood chit? Is this like dog tags? Comstar issued identification carried by mech warriors in the field. Okay. So we'll have dialogue options that are related to the choices we made during character creation, and I assume, eventually, related to choices that we've made during actual gameplay. There's kind of a lot of game here, it seems like. Well, that's ancient history, and besides, I'm broke. He doesn't know that I don't have a family out there, so... What's option B? Well, you could stay with us for the long haul. When we get where we're going, we can drop you at the nearest planet. Maybe you can make a place for yourself there. Of course, I'd need you to pitch in for your share of the fuel, plus food, lodging, and repairs on your mech. That might be tough if you're strapped for cash. Alternatively, you could find a place for yourself in the Marauders if you wanted to. Wouldn't take you long to work off your debt, and you ran with Mastiff, so I know you've got chops. Think it over. Sleep on it. You've had a hell of a day, and we've got a long road ahead. 3 years later. Okay. Choices made. The Lexington Combat Group has been continuously employed under mercenary contract to House Davion since the 2950s. I wonder if that's just random lore, or if that's something that's going to be directly relevant to what we're about to see. I think it's probably just random lore. Reserve your mechs to act in a later initiative phase. This affords lighter units more flexibility in combat. Okay, yeah, because your lighter units basically get the choice of when they want to go, whereas your heavier units are restricted to just the last couple of phases. Well, this video's gotten pretty long. I kind of thought we were going to have a chance to, like, chill out and save and stuff, but it looks like we're headed directly for another combat, so I think what we're going to do is just call it right here for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that this has intrigued you as much as it has intrigued me. There's going to be another episode today, almost certainly. So come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.